Well, Mom,
Yes, Tim.
happy anniversary, you and Daddy. July 10th, 1954.
You're absolutely right. Oh,
So,
isn't that great?
how many years have you and Dad been married? Kevin will be 70. Not telling your age, Kev, but you'll be 70 this year.
Oh, tell his age. What difference does it make? So we must have been married 72 years.
72 years this year. Daddy went to see Jesus in 2023.
Okay, and he said he'd never leave me.
Well, he
So
hasn't.
let me say it.
I'm sorry, say it, Mom.
I guess he's still here with me.
That's right, he is. His legacy, Mommy.
Yeah, yeah.
His legacy lives on forever. Okay, so let's talk about your marriage. Before July 10th, 1954. So how did you guys meet back then?
Well, I've known him for quite a while. He used to date and was engaged to the lady that did my hair. I mean, he did see me there, but he didn't approach me there because they were still sort of engaged, but it was like a bumpy engagement.
Oh.
So I was on the trolley on my way home, and so was he.
Where were you? You know where you were coming or going?
Yeah, I was
By the
coming
way-
from the hairdresser.
Oh, really?
Yes, and he was coming from that same house, but he wasn't going to my house at that time.
Okay,
He lived between she and me.
okay.
So we rode home and we talked and saying nothing really until he said, well, can I call you?
Well, wait, before he said, can I call you, had you suspected that he was interested in you?
I don't know. I knew he was handsome as he could be, but I wasn't going to say anything to him because I figured he was engaged to my hairdresser.
Right.
So I didn't say, however, I didn't know it was a very bumpy relationship.
You didn't know, right, okay.
On the trial, and it was a nice ride from 22nd Street to 5th.
Oh, wow, okay.
A
You
nice
talked a long
ride.
time.
And so we talked a bit, and he explained to me how his good friend, Howard McGill, told him that it wasn't good for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was sort of thinking about it and told me about it.
Oh,
What Howard said. I said, well, you have to consider, if you're thinking about marriage, you have to consider it for a long time before you take that step.
you said that to him?
Mhm.
Well, wait a
Yeah.
minute. How old were you?
I was a kid, but I was grown. I was maybe 18.
You were 18 years old, Mom, and you had that adult conversation with Daddy?
Oh yeah. On the 39 bus.
And how old was Daddy?
He's always been 7 years older than me.
Okay, so he was 7. You're 18. 8 and 7 is 50. He was like 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, that's a major step. And you have to really consider what you want to do the rest of your life.
Right.
If you want to argue and be henpecked, that's what I told him
Did you?
on the bus. And he didn't say anything, he just listened. But apparently it was sinking in.
Right.
And I don't remember the rest of the conversation because I was thinking about I don't want to pass my stop. And he didn't have no car to pick me up and take me home.
Right.
And also that he was looking at me cross-eyed. you know?
He was checking you out in the hairdresser.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. So I acted as though I felt he wasn't checking me out because, I don't take no woman's man now.
Come on, Norman
You
Shepherd.
have to get your own.
Come on, Norman
And
Shepherd.
I'll get my own.
Come on, Norman Shepherd. That's right, girl.
So basically, that's what the conversation was about. Oh, and then the next time I saw him, we were both waiting on the trolley going from Leah's house. And this time it was really on the rocks. And he asked me, can I call you? I said, yeah. So sure enough, he did. He called, and we talked about nothing basically. How you doing? Can I come up? Da da da. So Daddy bumped in. Who was that calling you?
Grandpa, Charles Thompson.
That's right.
Charlie.
Charlie. He said, all right, what's he like? I said, I don't know, Daddy. I just met him on the trolley. You met somebody on a trolley and they're calling you like this?
Uh-huh.
I said, yes. So then the next thing I knew, he was knocking on my door. So we talked for a while. Daddy would never leave he was in the living room because Daddy would never leave.
Never leave the living room.
No, no,
Fairhill
never.
Street, down the hundreds.
That's right, down the hundreds. So one thing led to another, and we kept talking. And then he said, you know, you're not getting any younger. I said, I know I'm not. But then I'm just a youngster to you.
Well,
you know?
wait. I remember something, Mommy. Before he put the ring on, you told Mother something. You told Mother, remember?
He was going to ask me to marry.
Yeah. At what point in the relationship did you tell Mother that?
Early on. We were still riding the bus together from Leah's house. Mother said, oh, Mom, you don't know. Yes,
What? You told Mother what? You said, Mother what?
He's going to ask me to marry him, Mother. You what? I said, you're not even dating yet. How you? I said, I know. I know.
You hadn't even dated him yet.
Just on the bus.
But you knew that. Well, how did you feel about him? If he was going to ask you to marry him?
Well, it was growing on me. I just knew he was handsome as he could be. But he was sort of growing on me. He talked nice, and I wanted to make sure that he was rid of the girlfriend.
Right.
Because I don't do that. I don't take your boyfriend or your husband. If I know you're single and unattached, well, then I'll full speed ahead.
Right.
Then when he met me and started getting a little serious, Howard said, who is she? He said, you don't know. In fact, none of the guys on the corner knew you.
Aww.
Right. He said, one time he came up to the house, it was late. No, we went out. And he had no car. So he was bringing me home about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Daddy was looking out the window, as he always does, upstairs. What time is this you bringing a young girl home? I know he had to remember that because he mentioned it to me all the time.
Did he?
Normally he would walk me in the house. And he said, I'll leave you at the door.
He didn't want no parts of Grandpa.
No. So he left. And that was the beginning of our courtship. And he would call me every day.
Aww.
Yeah, and I didn't see him every day, but I saw him at least twice a week. And on weekends. Anyway, he said, well, meet me. I said, I don't meet guys like that. You have to come to my house and take me out.
Come on, girl. Come
right.
on, Norma.
Said,
That's right.
I don't meet men like that.
Right. Don't meet me. Come get me.
That's right. So, reluctantly, I know it was reluctantly on his part. He said, okay. And he did. He put his tail between his legs and came on up.
So then he put a ring on your finger. You remember what happened with that?
Yeah. He preached to me first. Because he was 7 years older than me. And that's what his guys were kidding about. Who's this young girl you met across town?
He got a young girl.
Yeah. So he wouldn't tell you, so y'all don't know her. So he said, you know, would you like to be with me for the rest of your life? I said, what you mean by that?
And you wanted him to spell it out.
Yeah, I wasn't going to shack up. I knew better than that.
All right, Norma, come on.
So I said, what you mean by that? He said, you know, let's get married. I said, really? I said, you ready to get married? He said, aren't you? I said, well, yeah.
Since you knew he was going to say that anyway.
Anyway, right. And I knew he was going to get me a ring. So sure enough, he did. He picked it out himself. He went down to, I forgot.
See, show your ring. Let's see.
This is the marker site.
A who?
The style of ring is called marker site.
Oh, and what kind of ring is that?
Oblong shape instead of round.
Oh, okay.
A lot of rings, engagement rings especially, are round.
That's so cute and plain and pretty.
This is a oblong. With little diamonds on each side.
Yes, I saw that.
So, and he was so happy. I said yes.
Wait, what's this third ring? What's this ring here? You got 3 rings.
That ring in the middle is Marguerite's.
Oh, really?
I took her off her finger when she passed.
This is Nana's ring in the middle. And this is her wedding band?
Yes.
And this is your wedding band?
Yes.
Oh, nice, Mom.
Yeah, took her right off.
Nobody
know
I
until
love
right
that.
now. Eddie don't even know I took her off.
Really? He didn't care, whatever. Oh, I love that. That's Nana's.
And after that, it was smooth sailing. We didn't have any problems. He would come up and kicking his heels up, tickled to death that I said yes.
So he's preached to you about marriage, about marriage being serious.
Serious, and for a long time. He said, I don't get married just to be overnight now. It's a serious thing. I said, I know, because everybody felt so young.
Right.
And I was 17, but I was 17 going on 27.
Come on, girl. Come on. What made you so mature? You were mature at 13 years old?
I was a little older than that, but I was mature for my age, yes.
Right, because you would tell me that you would pay mother's bills and stuff.
Oh, that's what I did at home. Earlier than that, I was like 11.
No way.
Yeah, mother would give me the money and the bill, and I'd ride downtown on Sefton by myself.
Wow.
And pay the bill.
Daddy was 7 years older than you, but you were so mature in your age that you were ready for marriage.
That's right.
You were ready for that responsibility.
That's right.
When you were growing up, did you know that you wanted to be married, or
No.
it didn't occur to you really?
Didn't. And I just dated to say I was dating. I can't say that I was in love with either one.
Because a lot of people, like a lot of adults, thought you were fresh.
And doing it and stuff. I would look, what little they know, it was all mouth. I wasn't doing a thing.
Just having fun.
That's right. And that was my way of having fun.
Right. When you met Daddy, were you still in school, or had you graduated?
Okay.
So you got married at 20, age 20. That I remember you telling me before.
So I probably met him at 18.
So you were probably had just graduated from high school.
Right.
Norma Shepherd, graduated from high school and getting engaged and dating.
Absolutely.
Come on, girl. That's all right with me, honey. Right.
I was smart.
Right.
I was head of my class, but I wasn't thinking about no scholarship.
Right.
At that time, I was met boys on my mind. No,
You were just having fun.
having fun. See, I didn't want the name that some of those girls had around the school.
Yeah.
Reputation.
And you know, it paid off too, Mommy, because you used to hang out, you know, before salvation and stuff, and hanging out with friends and all that stuff. You had male buddies.
Yeah, I did.
And even when you got saved, you had male buddies.
That's what I did.
You knew how to handle that
That's
situation.
right. And they knew once we met and started going here and there, I wasn't going to bed with nobody.
Right, because when y'all used to travel to follow the Eagles, it was a bunch of guys that
Yeah.
went, and it was just everybody together having a good time.
Having a good time.
And Daddy said, "See ya. I'll see you when you come back."
Yeah, right.
Tell me about that with your marriage, Mom. And Daddy was a homebody, and you weren't.
Well, apparently, he realized this when we were dating, because we dated a while, and he realized that I wanted to go out and do this and do that, not involved with no funny business, just go out with my friends. And he didn't disapprove of that. No, he felt this would make me happy, and why would our home be unhappy by him saying no? So, in fact, he would encourage me. Even guys would call, and he would encourage me to go on out. A lot of husbands don't do that.
No, they don't. No, they
know.
don't.
And I would like Carl Frazier. He was one of the guys in the choir. A couple guys there from Holy Temple. We would all get together and go out, and they would call me on the phone. And and I say, sure, Hedrick said, because he didn't want to go.
Right.
He wasn't a go-out party type.
No, he wasn't.
No, so, but he didn't mind if I went, because he knew my personality.
Right. And trusted you.
Yeah. And Lord knows he trusted me right, because I wasn't doing a thing with those guys. Finger popping and loud talking.
Well, Mommy, tell me, when you guys first got married, newly married, what was life like? Like, what was your, what kind of changes did you have to make? Do you remember? What was life like?
Definitely. Because Hedrick was always 7 years older than me, and he had been experienced with whatever he was experienced with in the street. and he knew how to treat a young lady.
Mm.
And he also knew me and my personality. And I was enjoying it. When
So,
doing-
did you work?
oh, I worked every day. I worked at Parker Brothers well before I got married. I walked to work. I lived at 5th in Ontario. I worked at 3rd in Ontario. And every day, yeah, I worked at, well, I didn't stay out till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I worked every day. I enjoyed my job. I was the girl with the 5-girl office, and I was the girl who did everything.
Mm-hmm.
My main job was being his secretary, Mr. Berman, dictate 4 hours in the morning. That's spitting, dictating. And then after lunch, I would have to read back all these words I couldn't halfway read. I didn't know what the man said, and I was new as shorthand anyway. And I would type what I thought he said. He'd throw them, but I didn't say this, I didn't say this. So I had to tell him, well, listen, Mr. Berman, you have a mouthful, and he had a mouthful of, I guess, tobacco, I don't know what. And I can't understand you.
You told him that, Mom?
Yeah, I had to. If he want to throw my work back, and I knew I was good.
Right.
I was good. And I knew how to take shorthand, and I knew how to type.
Right.
Plus, I was on the switchboard, the PBX. Wasn't no PB where you pull out and you push in.
Is that right?
I was that girl in the front, near the door. I entertained everybody that came in that door. Annie and I, that's how I met Annie.
Oh, Miss Annie.
Yeah,
She's now with Jesus.
Yes, she is. And Annie was the billing clerk in the back. She could do it. She had no fingernails, and she could work that machine. Anyway, I was at the door. I met everybody that came in there. And if you didn't say the right thing, you just couldn't get by me.
Come on, Norma Shepherd.
No, you could not. Plus the fact I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking. Hold on, sir. I'll see if he's available. And I really enjoyed that.
Uh-huh.
And why did I leave Parker Brothers? I think they closed up the men's sportswear factory in the Lehman work. Yeah.
Cousin Lehman,
Yeah.
now with Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah.
He worked in the back of the men, the sportswear factory. And I was in front, 5-girl office. And we're all in a line. I was the first one. I enjoyed that, but we were closing up for some reason or other.
You were working there, married. What was life like as a married woman after you came home from work? What did you do as a married woman?
I had to prepare dinner,
Mm.
and Hedrick was working a lot, 4 to 12.
He was a police. When did he become a police officer? Daddy was a Philadelphia police officer from, I don't know when he started, to 1976.
1953, I think he started.
So you married in 54?
Yes.
No, he wasn't a police officer when y'all got married. He wasn't. I know he wasn't.
Well, he started at 55, then shortly.
Okay, shortly after. Before Kevin was born?
Yeah, Kevin was born in 56, yes.
And he was a police officer then?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say 55, Daddy became a Philadelphia police officer until 1976. So, yeah. Okay. So what life was like, you don't remember what he was doing. He worked at numerous places.
Who?
Daddy.
Well, yes and no. First of all, he started off in uniform at the police district. It was that.
Well, excuse me, I'm talking about before he
Before
was a
that.
police officer.
He worked at NASD, Naval Aviation Supply Depot.
Oh, did he?
That was the only government job. That was the only place I knew that he worked.
Okay, so then after that, he applied and got in and started
Joined the
working.
police department, right? He
Joined the
passed
police
the
department.
test
Okay.
And was sent to 23rd District, 17th and Montgomery,
Okay.
in uniform.
In uniform.
Well, in the meantime, I had gotten a job in the police department as a civilian secretary,
Okay.
working at 11th and Winter.
Okay.
And by me being gregarious, I met a lot of the bosses in my position because I was the captain's secretary, and I had to deal with other captains or inspectors.
Right.
And in doing so, I met Frank Rizzo.
Uh-huh.
And then we got to be buddies, work buddies. And I talked about my husband, and he needed to be out of uniform. And he said, sure. So Rizzo had Hedrick work for him in plain clothes.
Get out, Mom. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Really?
Plain clothes. Working with the prostitutes down in Center City and the drunks.
So in plain clothes, that's when that famous picture that Daddy had when he was escorting Dr. King,
Yeah,
Dr.
yes.
Martin Luther King
He was in plain
Jr.
clothes, yes.
He was in plain clothes then as a police officer.
Yes.
I don't remember the event of that. Do you? Why he was there?
Well, Dr. King, whenever he came to Philadelphia, he was an important man.
Right,
And he had to be escorted and guarded.
right,
So Hedrick was one that was chosen because Hedrick didn't play when he was working. He didn't play with anybody.
right,
And Rizzo knew he was serious.
right.
So he put him on the detail
Nice.
to guard the king.
Right.
And that was it.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm.
Like, he wasn't a jokester when he was working.
Right,
He said, because people take advantage of you.
right,
And how they going to take advantage of him? He's 6 feet tall, weighing
Right.
200 pounds.
right,
How they going to take advantage of him?
right,
He said, but he just would not permit that.
right. What kind of a man was Daddy once he came home from work? Did he bring his work home with him?
Never.
Never.
Never. I didn't know he had a job until it was paytime.
Well, how did you and Daddy handle finances at the house?
He took care of all the finances.
Did he?
We had now, of course, my check would go in the kitty, but not all of it.
Okay.
I was free to do whatever I wanted to do with the balance.
So how did you feel as a married wife where in some instances all the husbands and the wives were there, but your husband wasn't there, like family events or weddings or even funerals or what have you, parties, what have you, and everyone's husband was there and you're not, your husband isn't there. Well, how did you feel about that?
I learned to feel fine because people that knew me in the place knew my husband.
Right,
And they figured he didn't want to go, so he wasn't stopping me.
right.
So you go.
So you learned that.
Yeah.
Learned that it was something you had to get used to do.
Yes, right.
Because he just wasn't going to go.
That's right. And I knew I couldn't convince him.
And you knew that you wanted to go.
And so he said, go ahead.
Right.
Certain things that I knew I could convince him to do, and he would do. But if I knew he didn't want to go and wasn't going to go, I stopped saying,
Right.
wasting my breath,
Right.
and just got my little clothes on and left.
Right.
But he agreed with all that.
Right.
When my children came, because I was married like 2 years before Kevin was born.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the man went crazy. He did. He had a like he was the only person in the world with a son.
Oh.
And then
Daddy.
he had his daughter,
Oh.
who looked like him, just like him. Truly said, "That's a shame."
Cousin Tuli. That's your
a
first
shame.
cousin.
Yeah, that's a shame.
She used to babysit me. I remember that.
And he went all. I'll never forget. Went all down North Philly with a picture. Like he's the only one had a daughter.
Uh-huh. He was a
happy.
good dad.
Yeah, he was.
How did you celebrate your anniversaries?
We hardly do any celebrating. What did I do?
Did that bother you? No.
No. How did we celebrate the young?
Nothing.
Right. I don't remember because it was probably nothing. If anything, I celebrated with my girlfriend. Because I really don't remember.
How did Daddy celebrate your birthdays?
Must not have been something big because I don't remember.
So what I remember growing up is that Daddy would always buy you a particular type of perfume. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah.
Begins with an I. INTERLU.
Interlude.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Interlude. Every year, Daddy would buy you a big package of Interlude. It had the lotion and until it went out of business. So for years, he celebrated that with you at your birthday. I remember that. Well, I think that's it for now. We'll come back later at another time, perhaps, and continue on the conversation about marriage
Yes.
and what it was like being married as you got older, prior to salvation, after salvation, Daddy.
Prior to children and after children.
Yes, prior to children, after children. If you have any questions for Mom, feel free to send in your questions, send in your comments. Let us know what you would like to know about being married and how to have a good marriage. It takes work.
It does take work. I had a good marriage, but guess what? We worked on it. Wasn't always good because he worked 4 to 12 a lot, 4 p.m. to 12 midnight. And I didn't believe he was at work every night.
Uh-oh. Okay, guys. Well,
that's
listen.
Another story.
That's another story. Thanks for tuning in to our channel, Seasoned on Purpose. And we'll see you the next time as I continue to celebrate Mom, and happy that she's with us. Mommy, as you know, just celebrated her 92nd birthday.
Yes, I did, and I feel great.
Yeah, she had a lovely party here, and I plan on thanking everyone here on our channel as we read the Facebook comments, the Instagram comments, and the cards. Not all the cards, but I'll just read the words. It'll be fun. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in to Seasoned on Purpose, and we'll see you the next time. God bless you.
God bless you. Bye.
Bye-bye.